Is it working or is it failing? The gaslighting for Kamala Harris.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. I'm surviving on the top of the line!
I'm Pastor Marty. This is the Afternoon Drive. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you notification of my rants, my ravings, and my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. That's the way that we get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to the Afternoon Drive. After lamenting and hand-wringing, and it looked like the Democrats were severely divided over should Joe go, should Joe stay, there were people like AOC digging their heels in, saying it will be a mistake to do this. It will send the party into chaos. It will send the convention into chaos. But you had others like Nancy Botox Pelosi saying, no, he's got to go. And then, Shazam, Batman, they settled on Camilla thinks she's a hottie Harris. And literally, with no giving the voters within the Democratic Party any type of say, they just declare she's got all the delegates. Now she's got our endorsement.
Vice President Harris has done a truly impressive job securing the majority of delegates needed to win the Democratic Party's nomination to be our next president of the United States. The vast majority of my senators quickly and enthusiastically endorsed her. So now that the process has played out, from the grassroots bottom up, we are here today to throw our support behind Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm clapping. You don't have to.
Hey, Chuck, having kind of a Jeb Bush moment there, aren't you?
I think the next president needs to be a lot quieter, but send a signal that we're prepared to act in the national security interests of this country, to get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
Now, the media won't tell you this, but that should be a clear sign, a clear indicator there really isn't any support, real grassroots support for Kamala Harris. But hey, the media is not going to let the truth get in the way of their narrative, the propaganda, the gaslighting. Because see, right now, in the last 48 hours, we have been subjected to the remake of Kamala Harris. It is the total Kamala makeover.
Jumping out of my seat over here watching this. I think people have been thirsting for this.
And I'll just say this, and I'm with Tim. I'm jumping out of my seat higher than you, my brother. I'm just going to say that.
There was a twinkle in her eye. There was a kick in her step that, when you're vice president, you're not loose. You can't, there's somebody above you. There's somebody, you don't want to overshadow them. And this was quite the coming out. And I got chills when she said, Donald Trump, I know your type. I was blown away. I kind of fell in love with her. I thought she was smart, engaging. She's funny, feisty, twinkle in your eye, punch you in the gut. I mean, everything you kind of want. I just thought it was a great, great opening act.
She looked completely comfortable tonight with the words she was speaking. They felt organic and genuine.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
No. We're not going to talk about her word salad anymore and the fact that, she's got that cackle laugh. She is the wine ant. Apparently that's like a new thing. She is the wine ant. In other words, she's a little goofy, but she's goofy cool. And young people will relate to her because she's like hip and she's got that twinkle in her eye and blah, 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 blah. This has been the plan all along. Now think about this. She ran for the presidency in 2020. She dropped out before the Iowa caucus. She had 0 votes. She was polling at 3%. That was the best number she could poll, 3% in California. 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 Her home state, California. She was polling at 3%. Not getting the support of your home state when running for office is kind of like your mom not writing you a job recommendation. I mean, that's just kind of sad, really, really pathetic. So Joe Biden picks her to be his running mate. Now, she was given the entire operation of Team Clinton. She got Hillary Rodham Clinton's, campaign advisors and directors and the whole apparatus and machinery. Couldn't get anybody to support her. And come on, she is what she is. She was DEI all the way. She checked all the boxes, and they have this idea, and I'm talking about the libloons on the left. They have this idea that they're the nanny state. They know what's best for you. You don't know what's best for you. We'll decide it for you, but we'll tell you it's your decision. So Joe Biden picks her, and I think perhaps the plan might have been initially, and I know some of us were talking about this, that shortly after Biden got in office, they would 25th Amendment him and he'd be gone, because they knew about his declining cognitive ability. They knew it in 2019 when he was campaigning from the bunker. They knew it. When Nancy Pelosi, just at the very final weeks of Donald Trump's first term, started talking about 25th Amendment, conservatives went into panic mode that she was going to try to 25th Amendment Donald Trump. And I said then, no. I think she's setting the stage that if Joe Biden were to win the election, this is how they get rid of him, and they install Kamala. Well, we were only off by about 3.5 years. And now they were going to have this robust, maybe open convention that Kamala was not going to be coronated. And she even said, I don't want to be coronated. Lie. She's been coronated because Joe endorsed her, then the Clintons endorsed her, then all of the Democratic governors in the country endorsed her. Then Congress got on board. Nancy Botox Pelosi endorsed her. And Chuck Schumer, to the sound of silence, endorsed her. And Shazam, if we weren't told all of the Biden delegates are going to vote for Kamala, it's done. And Chuck Schumer has the audacity, the cojones, the balls to look into that camera and say, we've had our process. What process? You are literally giving the country a woman no one voted for. No one voted for. Your party did not vote for her. You handpicked her. And this is being shoved down our throats, and we are told, you will like it because you cannot be trusted with real democracy. We will be the democracy for you. And when they say democracy is on the ballot this election, they ain't lying. They're talking about themselves. See, Trump represents real democracy. You are the president of the Teamsters at the Republican convention. Donald Trump is willing to sit down with people he disagrees with and listen to hard facts. Now, he may walk away and not act it, but he'll at least listen. Democrats don't listen. They crush, they silence, they belittle, they destroy. And the only speech that they will tolerate is speech that endorses and supports everything they're doing. That speech, protected. You can have all the social media platforms you want. Say something they don't approve, and it will not go well for you. So now we're being told, leading up to this, Kamala had less unfavorables than Joe Biden. She's hated more than he is, and she fares even worse in matchups against Donald Trump. Then all of a sudden, once they've had the coronation moment, now we have a Reuters poll that says she's up by 2. We have a Marist poll that says Trump is only up by 1. You got Frank Lush Luntz out there, telling everybody this is a new race. I mean, when Joe Biden was still in it, it was a slam dunk landslide for Donald Trump. What are you telling me? Literally in 48 hours, all of a sudden, Donald Trump has lost all of the support that has now gone Kamala. You got pollsters out there saying, well, we think now Georgia could be back in play because of Atlanta and Kamala. It's funny, though, they're not talking about the fact that Black Lives Matter will not endorse Kamala. There are a lot of black groups out there that won't endorse Kamala, and we know that black male voters do not endorse Kamala. So we're going to be gaslit now. But I'm wondering, because there are real polls out there. Wasn't that funny? We got to see real polls when they wanted Joe gone, and now all of a sudden we've gone back to manufactured polls. What'll be interesting is if their internal polling, the polls that they actually really look at, I'm talking about the party bosses, I think they're going to give this like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of they're going to gaslight Kamala. They're going to promote her. She is the greatest thing. The media is going to be all over this. This is exciting. There's new energy. There's new this. There's new that. There's new that. And when they look at the internal polling, the real polls, and they see that nothing really has shifted, or that she's even faring worse than Joe, you will see an open convention. This just might be a test balloon. Just mark that down. But even if they stick with her, if you're a Democrat, are you okay with this? That they handpicked her and now they're telling you, we had our process and look what you picked. Really? Really? Really?